Welcome back. After taking care of your spouse, the kids, the neighbors, and everyone else in your life, who is taking care of you?
Yeah.
Who's taking care of you?
Oh, me. You guys. I get to, text you and say, am I okay? Am I doing great? And
Yes.
Stacey will say yes. And that makes
You
me feel
guys are
good.
at a hard stage. You have little kids, and it's hard to find the time.
Well,
But it's important.
We
It
invited
is.
Chris to stay for
with
this
us.
segment, so maybe you
Thank
have
you.
some advice for us in this element too.
Absolutely.
So-
That'd be great.
Well, the segment is self-love.
Yes.
We thought it was important.
Yeah.
It is important.
Well, what we touched on in the last segment, you were focusing, or I guess not focusing on, but had mentioned about moms. Moms need downtime. Moms need time to recharge their batteries. How do we do that without feeling? I always have the mom's guilt. I'm okay to take my time. I have kind of some of my biweekly appointments and stuff. I indulge in my nail appointment or a massage or something.
Beautiful nails, by the way.
Something like that. But why is that so important?
Well, think about it. You've been on an airline before, right? You remember the oxygen mask thing they always tell
Yes.
you?
Yeah.
So what do they always say when you have an infant with you? What do they tell you to do?
Grab one for yourself.
You put one on yourself
That's right,
first,
yeah.
and then you put it on the other
child,
person. So if you're not in good shape, you can't help the other person. Now, some people might think that sounds selfish, but it's
Yeah.
not.
Right.
Self-care is really important. I use 5 facets of a person I think of when I think of self-care. I use the acronym SPIES. So social, physical, intellectual, emotional, and spiritual. So for me, when I work with a couple or an individual, I kind of look and assess all of those areas to understand, how they're doing. If they're bored, are they engaged intellectually in anything? Are they reading anything that's really stimulating or enjoyable? Are they physically exercising? Because that's one of the best things you can do for your mental health. Are they making a connection with their higher power? Is that so they feel some assurance, some peace in their lives? So all those things are really, they're vital. They're
I
vital.
love those.
Yeah.
Because you moms all give, and you give, and you give, and you give. And we were talking off air, men will tend to go hunt and go fish. And they'll just say, I'm going to go do this. And the women are staying home and taking care of the family. And so it's really important that moms get a chance to recharge their batteries too. And that's, one of the greatest teachers of all time. He went out and he did things for himself too, right? So I think we can probably all take that as a pretty good example.
Well, I know that we all kind of talked about being in different stages of our life too. So I feel like I was a bit of a late bloomer, I guess, having children. So I had a career, before I had children, and I had a lot of what I called Tasha time. So I got to shop and see things and do things, and a lot of that has still carried over. So I guess there is that fine line between feeling guilty and also this is what makes me complete. So I'm happiest when I don't, if it's running a bath for yourself just to have those few minutes, or reading like you said, or if it is having a pedicure, or just something that makes you happy, because I do believe that.
I find that, I love to read, and so I really find that 20 minutes a day, kind of like our elementary kids need to read 20 minutes a day, I really need to read 20 minutes a day. And I
Definitely.
have discovered that about myself. That's
You'll love
kind of a happy
You just
Yeah.
need to come over and mark off the chart at our house. You just need to change the. Do you just need to change what you're reading a little bit?
Do you have
You're
your own
welcome
chart?
anytime.
You
should
mark on
make
your
a
own chart.
And be like, another thing I thought when I talk to women and listen to friends in different aspects of their life, a lot of women don't set boundaries. And I must just be natural at that, because I set boundaries when there is kind of a toxic person. I don't allow that person in my life, and I automatically just kind of build a wall, like, you're not coming in. Why do women in specific have such a hard time setting boundaries, whether it's to say no or not allowing a relationship that's going to ruin them?
I think probably because women are really natural nurturers. And I think it's natural for them to want to
Want to
invite
help,
people
yeah.
and want to help. And sometimes they don't want to make people feel bad by setting boundaries. I watched an associate at work today who was talking with somebody who was new there, and I could tell she was uncomfortable with that, but she didn't really set a boundary with that at all, and she kind of I could tell it was kind of wearing on her. So I don't think she wanted that person to feel unwelcomed. And so she did, I think, what she naturally would do, and that is nurture them.
Yeah.
Right. I love that. Go on, Mia.
No, I was just going to say, so as a therapist, it's probably hard not to analyze certain situations like that sometimes also, but I was curious to know, like, the woman question, in giving therapy to women and individuals, do women just need that kinship more than men? I mean, is there a difference there?
Oh, I think.
Yeah, probably yes and no. I mean, men need it too. They get it in different ways. Women enjoy talking and
Right.
being with each other. Men enjoy some more external things, it seems like. So,
And I think, you know, in our state, I've got small kids under 12, all under 12, and I suppose it is that guilt thing to say, hey, I'm going out, so I'm doing this show, tomorrow I'm going to go out with a girlfriend, next day, you know? And so it's just finding that time for oneself and feeling okay about it, because I know my husband doesn't care if I go out, you know, with the girls.
Yeah.
He feels, but it's just doing it and feeling like I just feel like I'm responsible for the family, you know, it's my
Right.
duty. I should be there all the time until I explode because I need to get out, and I haven't done so.
I think it's also managing it. I hear women just saying, "You haven't had the kid all day. I'm going to my room," and that's
just
not fair. I think it's finding boundaries. Like I can go out with my girlfriends once a week, or do
And
these
being
things.
okay with that and
Yeah.
just doing it. And
But then
setting
saying
the
no,
time.
maybe the next week, saying, you know what,
Yeah.
last week was busy. This week I'm going to kind of
Just chill.
hang low and read
Yeah.
books with the kids or something.
You're right.
Or dance.
I think it is the balance, because someone had also mentioned to me, well, you can go and you can do those things. Just know that when you go home, you're going to pay for it. I'm like, well, that's really a horrible attitude to take. Like, in what way? Like, so you're just, you know, you can go, but just know that you're
Right.
But
Yeah.
he's not going to have the kids all fed and taken care of.
Right.
We playing a
You
lot
pay
of
for
catch
it
up.
somehow, whether
Some-
it's the
some that are better
guilt, whether
than
it's
that
the
than others.
pickup, whether it's whatever. But
Yeah.
I
But
guess
it's
it is
all
what it
okay
is.
though, isn't it? As long as we get our time off and let everything else just let it go, it's okay. And I think it's just having that mindset, which I know I need to do better on, and you know.
Set some priorities for
Yeah.
those things. Like you say, set a boundary in a positive way to look and do some things that are self-nurturing too, that are important.
I think another one is to forgive ourselves.
Yeah.
I think that's a self-love act right there. We need to forgive ourselves when we mess up. No, we're not perfect.
It's okay.
Yeah.
There's always a tomorrow, right?
Mm-hmm.
Or another hour.
Yeah, we could change our mood like that and be fine in an
like
hour.
Diet Coke, a chocolate bar, it's all good.
again.
That perfection word is a real killer.
It is, isn't it? We're just saying
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
Yes,
and-
improvement.
Yeah, yeah.
Right.
Enjoy life and
Right.
have a good time and
Yeah, it's true.
improve over time. Yeah.
Over time,
Yeah.
we have time. Yes.
Well, very
Life is
good.
long. Life
It
is long.
is.
Yes, self-love is important. Thanks again.
Thank you.
All right, when we come back, the latest prom and wedding fashions.